Whether you need a bit of navigational assistance, control of your music, or you're just waiting for an important call, there are plenty of motorcycle phone mounts on offer to keep your phone in sight while riding. However, when strapping hundreds of pounds to your motorcycle's cockpit, you want to know that it's in safe hands and won't be bouncing down the road anytime soon.
Actually, I don't think I can do this.
So today, I've got 5 very different approaches to mounting your phone to your motorcycle to see which one will suit you best.
I forgot to put my boots on today. Have no idea how I forgot, but it feels pretty strange. However, the Quadlock looks very clean on here, and you just push there, twist it on, and that's pretty much it.
The Quadlock is definitely for the higher budget biker and requires you to get the mount and a case to fit your specific phone, with this setup coming in at £63. The case requires some persuading to get it on, but I guess that's comforting knowing the phone won't escape and has a notch on the back for the mount to lock into.
And since it is on and it looks like we need fuel pretty desperately, why not use it to get there? It's gonna take me 9 minutes. I don't think it knows I'm on a motorbike.
It does require a flattish bar to mount to, but the extension means there's usually a position that will work for your arrangement, and other options if you don't have a traditional handlebar. I wasn't too keen on the case idea because I assumed the sharp edges on the back would hook on your pocket when putting it in and out, but that isn't the case. However, keep in mind you will have to get a new case when you upgrade, and the bulge on the back does cause it to rock on a flat surface.
Just look at it. It's absolutely rock solid. There's absolutely nothing you can do to get it to wobble around. It's in a brilliant spot. I thought I mounted it sort of too far over to the left, but it's completely visible. Looks brilliant.
And finally, my favorite part is how clean and minimal it looks on your bike when not in use.
It takes a bit of getting used to lining up the notches, but it's only like the 3rd time I've done it, so we'll let it off.
This is called the VUP, and at just £13, it's still too much. I gave up on it almost instantly, with the box claiming that it's just for bicycles, which isn't what it said on the Amazon listing. And to be honest, I wouldn't trust this on my bicycle, let alone my motorcycle, because their entire product is basically just the other brand's safety net.
Okay, so I decided that it would be too rude not to at least give the VUP a chance. So we're gonna do exactly that. We're gonna give it a chance, but I don't trust putting my phone in here while wearing motorcycle gloves even. So we're gonna do it like this, and now we'll go for a ride. Look at this. This is what worries me. That is terrible. At least if it falls off, we'll be able to see how good the Quadlock case really is at protecting your phone. It just wobbled when I put it into gear. Oh. Actually, I don't think I can do this. No, it's not gonna happen. I can't afford a new phone. That money could be put to better use, like buying a dirt bike or something. I'm just picturing these little elastic bands slowly sliding to the edge, and while I'm not watching, they're gonna come loose. Oh, sorry, I couldn't find a motorbike theme song in such a hurry, so this will have to do.
For £1 less, you can get a lot more with the Babacom bike phone holder. It's got a bar mount on a joint, a dial to wind out its arms to fit any phone, and another lock ring above that to lock the arms in place.
So this is the one whose name I always seem to forget, but this one is arguably easier to put in while wearing motorcycle gloves. However, I am just realizing that because of this bulge on the back, it doesn't fit in there with this thick cover. So if you have a thick phone or like a battery case, it might not even work for you.
The back and corner grips are rubberized, which grip the phone and reduce the vibrations all in one go, and do so surprisingly well. The GoPro illustrates just how bumpy the road was, but the Babacom didn't seem phased and is plenty strong enough to take an enthusiastic poke to skip songs without moving around, despite its plastic build.
It looks rock solid as well. I mean, considering this one costs almost a seventh of the price of the RAM or a sixth of the price of the Quadlock, it looks pretty much identical to the Quadlock.
It also looks rather messy on the bike when not in use, but since it doesn't require any tools to be installed, it's not a big deal to remove. And frankly, you wouldn't believe it was the cheapest mount here by its performance.
So today I actually remembered to wear my boots, and again, not a lot of sun, but just look at these clouds. And today we have the GUB on the bike, which is pretty simple to do up. You just loosen it off here, stick your phone in, tighten it up. Not too bad to do with gloves on, but anytime there's one of these protective elastic things to go on, then I don't want to be doing it with gloves on.
The safety elastic band wasn't mentioned when I bought it, which makes me question how confident they are in their own product. It works better with a phone case because squeezing your phone like that can't be good. They did send these silly rubber inserts, which I assume I'm supposed to install myself, which means it should be cheaper than it is since they expect me to do some of the assembly labor.
To be honest, this one does not fill me with confidence, but we'll give it the benefit of the doubt and give it a go. The biggest problem with this one was that the only place it could comfortably mount to my handlebar was over here. And because you can't adjust the angle that it faces, it's not facing me at all. It also does this weird rotating thing, which is actually annoying because every time you reach for the phone, you bump it and then it's facing the wrong way. Although it's not facing me at the best of times, so I guess it doesn't really matter.
I've seen this exact product under a ton of different brand names online, which solidifies its Chinese roots, and ultimately, it's not very pleasant to use and feels a bit risky.
In hindsight, it was probably a bad idea to come to the wind turbines when trying to get out of the wind. But nevertheless, that won't stop me from trying out our last phone mount, the RAM mount. The X grip is probably the most popular mount amongst bikers, especially on YouTube, so let's see why.
The most expensive option comes in pieces and is cheaper to buy as a specific kit. Whether you need a bar mount, fuel cap mount, steering stem mount, and the options are endless. Mine consists of a bar mount, extension arm, and the X grip. Oh, and the famous safety elastic band that I didn't bother using. However, it instantly pressed my buttons. Literally, its arm placement tried to power off my phone.
I do like how you don't have to take your gloves off to use it. However, you do have to watch out that you don't get snagged like that. I have gotten a bit better at not putting the arms over the buttons. I haven't set it up because this is how easy it is. You just loosen off the knob, point it exactly where you would like it, and tighten it up. So as far as versatility goes, this is your guy. However, you can't forget that you do need your real thumb or your real face to unlock your phone, but that's not RAM's fault.
It looks massive and quite unsightly on the handlebars. but is extremely effective, and if I planned on using it frequently for long rides, this would probably be my go-to. It does require a bit more concentration when putting your phone into the X grip, because it's too easy to put the phone in skew and risk it popping out.
It is slightly more bumpy than some of the others, but obviously being mounted to an arm sort of exaggerates the vibrations because it acts like a lever, and I think the little rubber mounts on the end of the arms help to take out the vibration from the phone itself.
So there are the facts, but which one is the best phone mount? Ultimately, not these two. But any of these three will do the job brilliantly, depending on your budget and requirements. Personally, I'm going to stick with the Quadlock, because as I don't plan on using it all too often, it's unnoticeable on the bike in the meantime. But anyway, let me know which phone mount is your favorite, or which one you are already using, and I'll see you on the next ride.